Hello, Gems. Leah from Red Emerald Yoga. Today we are here with a new moon in Cancer reading. So the new moon in Cancer, this is when we find one of our best opportunities to make conscious decisions about how we choose to experience the world around us. And that's like in our everyday lives, okay? So join me as we dive into the emotional world of Cancer. We're going to set intentions that will empower us to create boundaries and a self-care practice that helps us feel supported and spacious. So go ahead and choose your pile, pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. I just found these in my jewelry box. These are actually from my mother-in-law. I don't know what kind of stone they are, but I really love them, and I finally have a use for them. Like, she gave us this big set of dice that I never knew what to do with, but now I have a way to kind of like bring her into my home on a regular basis, and I can appreciate the gift that she gave me. So I'm going to be using these in my readings. So go ahead and choose your pile, and then meet me down below for your timestamp, and I will see you in your reading. Bye. All right, hello, pile 1. If you have chosen pile number 1, this reading is for you. I had to scoot my camera out a little bit so I could fit these big cards in there. We're going to be using the Golden Tarot. So this is the Visconti-Sforza Deck. This is by Mary Packard. So this first card, this is what new feelings are coming up for me right now. So here we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. I love these cards. Oh my goodness. I never really get to play with these that often. So I thought, you know what? New moon in Cancer. Let's do it. We're going to break it out. So here we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So with the Knight of Swords, you may be feeling some feelings of pride, perhaps irresponsibility, maybe not wanting to follow through with things that you should be. Kind of just like maybe focusing a little bit too much on fun instead of like on your tasks and your duties. You could also be worrying and paying attention to things that really don't matter. That could be like social media, or that could be like getting really obsessed about like mundane details and letting bigger issues just kind of like pile up. It could also be like getting bored with your everyday tasks too. Like maybe you're tired, like you're just getting a little frustrated. But I really am drawn to, you know, like what is a knight? What does a knight do? You know, so like a knight, they're constantly in training. They're always preparing. They weren't just like learning how to fight and how to defend the kingdom. You know, like they were really well scholared people. You know, they were always training, of course, like with their swords and their weapons, but they were also training their minds. Their mind had to be just as sharp as their sword. And so, I don't know, like if you're feeling bored, or like maybe like if you're, like you're not really putting your mind to its full potential, maybe take a course, like learn some new skill, you know, like embody that knight. I really feel like this knight is telling you something. You've got to keep your mind sharp. You've got to keep it busy. Otherwise, you start to fall into like the lower end of your potential. Over here with card number 2, this is, where do I need to empower myself to be more vulnerable in my relationships? The Emperor in the reverse. Oh my goodness, let me just bring this up so you can see it really good. Okay, so maybe I feel like this card could be like, maybe just letting go a little bit. You might need to let go of pride. I'm starting to think that it is like maybe a little bit more pride. Maybe letting go of that. Maybe like the ego is kind of like shining front and center right now. And maybe it's time to like back that off just a little bit. This could also be a reminder, the two of these together, that I don't know if there's any Virgos out there. I'm a Virgo, and I know that's something that I have to watch out for. Like the need to always be right. as a Virgo, we're usually right, but like this would be more nod to needing to be right even when you know you're wrong. Like you don't need to hammer that nail in, this could be like micromanaging. Maybe it's time to like just loosen the reins a little bit. I'm really drawn to this little, let me bring it in so you can see it. This little globe right here. So this is his imperial globe. That's the sign that like, look, I own this kingdom. Like I'm the ruler. And in the reverse, he's going to drop it. He's about to literally drop the ball. I don't know if drop the ball means anything to any of you. I don't know if there's any coaches out there or like if you use that in your day-to-day, but like that's something I'm getting really strongly. Like don't drop the ball. I feel like this is like I'm really drawn to his beard and his white hair. Okay. That's a sign of wisdom. I feel like you have wisdom, and the wisdom you need to draw upon right now is less is more. For card 3, this is how might I benefit from setting boundaries? The Empress. Okay, so pile 1, you have a court card and then followed by 2 major arcana cards. I feel like you really need to pay attention to what these cards are saying right here. Like this is like really, it's really sending this message home. So how might I benefit from setting boundaries? Oh my gosh, look, she's pregnant. The Empress is pregnant with possibility. You might be seeing beneficial results, like something that you've been trying to bring about, but have not really been having too much success with. I feel like this is saying that this softer approach, that like bringing in like this feminine approach, that this might be the key. This might be the ticket to success. I feel like this is like that old saying, like you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. Take the sweeter approach. I'm going to go back to this card. I was moving on, but now I'm feeling like I'm really drawn to these 3s on her. Let me see if you can see that. I'm really drawn to these 3s on her dress. And the 3s, that's like a symbol of like working together, working with people. It's like a trinity, and like when when 2 work together, that's when something comes in. That's when it gives birth to something else. That's when the 3 gets created. It's like a creative process. I feel like if you like set some healthy boundaries, these might even be for yourself. But if you set some healthy boundaries, I feel like there will be something that's coming forth. And I feel like I really feel like it's like in your dealings with other people somehow. I'm feeling like these boundaries need to be for yourself more than anything. But like here with the Emperor, like I'm thinking you don't have a problem like establishing like rules and guidelines, but I think like these boundaries need to be for yourself. You're really good with giving other people orders, but like not so much with yourself, if that makes sense. How can I level up my self-care practice? The King of Cups. Oh yeah, I love it. Okay, so with the King of Cups, the cups are the emotional suit, okay? I feel like this could be perhaps enjoying the arts. Like even he's seated like he's watching, maybe he's at the ballet, maybe he's at the opera, maybe he's watching like a musical or a play. Perhaps he's at a museum appreciating a fine piece of art. Okay, maybe he's watching a romantic movie. Because of the water, I'm wondering, and also, let me bring this in close. He's got little suns all over his tunic. So, like, I'm thinking it's summer, sun and water. I don't know if that means that rings a bell for you. If it does, if you've been thinking about going out in the sun, connecting with the water, then this would definitely drive that home. Maybe the river, a beach, a lake. I don't know. It could be a day spa. It could be spending time at the pool, or just like going outside and then having a nice glass of water. I don't know, but I'm really drawn to that. And also, like, the sun is a symbol for joy. I feel like you really need to do something that makes you happy. But I do think it's like something to do with emotions. I strongly believe it's like the arts of some sort. Maybe it's creating art. I don't know, but you'll have to decide what speaks to your heart. Card number 5. What do I need to know about creating sacred space in my home? Okay. Here we have the 8 of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so for the 8 of Swords, I feel like this is kind of like, because it's in the reverse, I feel like you're in a position like where you're starting to come out of kind of like a pity party mindset. And I don't mean that like as a bad way or as a dig. The thing that it reminds me of always is, my husband used to watch this show. I think it was America's Got Talent or something like that. Anyways, there was this clown and he was an opera singer and his name was Puddle's Pity Party. And he never spoke. Okay, but he stopped talking for a really long time because there was somebody close to him, I don't remember who it was, who died. And it just broke his heart. And so what he ended up doing was he started singing, and that's how he found his healing. And that's how he would like express his love. He was like singing his way through his grief. And I feel like that's what you need to do. Like you're at a place where you're ready to find your outlet and you're ready to come out of that. So like that's why I say like pity party, because it reminds me of Puddle's Pity Party. And I feel like you're ready to come out of that. You're ready to take those first steps, move forward. And once you start to move forward, you start taking these little baby steps, keep going. Follow the light, follow the sun. What makes you happy, what sets your heart on fire, and then keep going, because there's a light at the end of that dark tunnel that you're in. Maybe it's like, it could be like doing some sort of self-isolation or self put down, like, oh, I can never do that. I can't do this. Like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Put your mind to it and figure out a way. Okay, this next card is, what new approach can I take to support my emotional well-being? Nine of Swords. Okay, so with the Nine of Swords, I feel like you may be having like a lot of thoughts or doubts. These things are coming to you at a time when you should be resting. Usually at night, but some of you may be working night shifts, so this could be happening in the day. But anyways, it's keeping you awake. It's not allowing you to find your peace when you should be at a time of rest. Okay, I feel like this card is a card of encouraging you to do some sort of dream journaling. Maybe it's even encouraging you to do some sort of exercise before bed, whether that's vigorous exercise. I don't know what your physical condition is, but like maybe it's like going to the gym before bed. But for a lot of you, that might be like a really gentle, relaxing yoga practice. It might be meditation, finding something. I actually have a meditation that I'll link to. It's called, I think it's called An Anchor for Joy. But finding something that makes you happy and like focusing on that, and then reminding yourself like, yeah, I can always come back to this. Definitely check out the meditation. This next card, this is general advice from the tarot. So what does the tarot think that you need to know right now? King of Pentacles. Okay, so pile 1, I feel like I feel like your reading is more than likely having to do with your work or your home life. This may have to do with your financial situation. But again, I'm really drawn to the sun's on his tunic. I feel like this card is suggesting that you make sure that you take time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. It can't just be like all work and no play. And that could be why you get bored. That could be why you get like frustrated or kind of like lose your drive or your will to go on. It's like, okay, like I'm just doing all this work and I'm not really enjoying any of this, but this card is reminding you that you have so much to be grateful for. Maybe it's difficult to see. For some of you, those may be like in the form of physical possessions. Some of you, it may be family. It may be your connections with other people, your connections to nature, your pets, your accomplishments, but yeah, I'm also going to link to a gratitude meditation for you in the description. But I really feel like this card is encouraging you to take time off. When you have a day off of work, you might be in need of a vacation or a staycation, but probably to go out in the sun and enjoy some of this nice weather we're having. At least I'm over here. For me, we're in California, but I hope you're having nice weather wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. But yeah, and if it's not sunny, okay, well, like sometimes you can have fun in whatever kind of weather, like maybe it's a walk in the rain or whatever. But I feel like it's like really asking you to connect with nature, like whatever the circumstance is, and really enjoy what you've accomplished so far. Enjoy what you have, whether that be a lot or a little. This is a collective reading, so there's probably going to be like any number of situations, but this card is strongly suggesting that you do have a lot to be grateful for. And I think that it's encouraging you to start counting your blessings. So pile one, this does conclude your reading. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below letting me know which card was your favorite. I would love to know, and letting me know if this reading resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Hello, pile two. If you've chosen pile two, this reading is for you. Okay, so this first card is what new feelings are coming up for me right now? Okay, so here we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Okay, pile two. So you might be feeling feelings of frustration. You might be getting a little agitated with people, short-tempered. You might be overly emotional. You could be cut off emotionally. Some of you might even be feeling downright witchy with a capital B. I'm wondering if any of you are experiencing, like for some of you, obviously not all of you, but some of you that may be feeling like PMS or menopause. It is the summer, so like that can make those tempers fly regardless, whether it's PMS, menopause or not. But I feel like this card is encouraging you to stay out of the heat. Maybe don't let yourself get too hot. Stay hydrated. And I don't know, I'm not a doctor and this is not medical advice, but check with your doctor and see if an herb called lemon balm might be beneficial to you if you start getting any of those symptoms. Okay, let's see. Card two, where do I need to empower myself to be more vulnerable in my relationships? Three of Swords. Okay. So you may have been hurt before, and perhaps that's what's brought on this Queen of Cups in the reverse. But I feel like this card is encouragement to be open, to not to close your heart off, to be open to give and to receive love. Okay. And it's not a guarantee that you're going to have your heart broken just because you open it again. That's just simply not true. How might I benefit from setting boundaries? Two of Swords. Okay, so if you set boundaries for yourself, you allow yourself to open up your heart, right? And you set these boundaries. You're like, okay, this is the line that you can come up to, but you can't cross it. Or I'm not going to cross this line. I'll go up to this point and I'm not doing anything further. That puts you in control. Okay, that allows you to make decisions from your heart. You don't have to let everyone in. You get to decide. And it's really empowering to say no. I want to remind you that no is a complete sentence. You actually don't have to explain yourself. You can just say no and that's that. But if you do say no, make sure it's a well thought out no, because you don't want to say no and then the person explains their case and then you change your mind, because then that diminishes your no, and that may, like, it teaches you and them that your no isn't worth anything and that your boundaries are not really boundaries, that those boundaries can be negotiated. So if it is a no, make sure that you've thought about it first. How can I level up my self-care practice? 7 of coins. So this card, for me, it's all about having, being able to reap the rewards of all of your hard work. Okay. Maybe this card is challenging you. Okay, to plant a garden, or maybe to grow something. A really fun exercise that I like to do with some of my clients is I encourage them to write a love letter to themselves. Okay, fold it up and put it at the bottom of a pot. And then you fill it with all the soil, okay? And then you put in your seeds, or perhaps it's like a plant that's already sprouted. That's fine too. But you put your little plant in there, whether it's seed or already like a seedling, okay? And then you start to water it. And you start to put all of your love, all of your hard work into that plant. And you're literally growing it with your love, okay? You can then learn to apply that in your everyday life. But it has to start small. And I really feel like that would probably be good for you right now. There's a thing, I don't even know who said it, but like if you can take, like, after having a heartbreak, or going through something really hard, like if you can learn to take care of a plant, then you're ready for a pet. And if you can take care of a pet, then you're ready to take care of another person. And so maybe you don't need to, if you've been hurt, if you've had like a bad breakup or had your heart shattered, like you don't need to let another person in that way. You can start small with the plant. What do I need to know about creating sacred space in my home? Okay, Chariot in reverse. You may not be feeling like your home is a sacred space because you've not taken the time, you've not put in the energy to make it so. You don't have a sacred space because you simply didn't create it. I don't know if that is like due to disorganization. Maybe you're afraid of putting like whatever is sacred to you out in the open. Maybe you're afraid to put yourself out there. Maybe you don't have control over the decorations of the home. Maybe you live with someone else. But this card is encouraging you to just make, like, it could be small, it could be like on a little table, or it could be in a windowsill, or like a little thing on your wall, it could be in a drawer. But find some way to make a space that is sacred for you. This card is saying, like, if you don't like it, what are you going to do about it? The Chariot's powerful. It's strong. It's like strong will, determination. Like, if you don't like it, what are you going to do about it? Take action. What new approach can I take to support my emotional well-being? 2 of batons. And that's in the reverse. Okay, so I feel like this card is saying to stop feeling sorry for yourself. Life goes on, it gets better, but you have to move forward. You have to unstick yourself. Nobody's going to come along and plop you out from where you are and replant you somewhere else. You have to unstick yourself. Things will get better, but only if you decide to move forward. Nobody can move you forward for you. It's not like a game, like a board game where like somebody's going to pick up the little piece and move you. You have to move yourself. If you stay where you are, nothing changes. Everything stays the same. Move forward. This is general advice from the tarot. So this is something that the tarot really thinks that you need to know. Four of Cups. This card would suggest that you may be feeling a little jaded. Like you might be totally disillusioned, and that could be from this heartbreak. You might be tired, like mentally tired. I feel like this card is suggesting to you to partake in something easygoing, like meditation, perhaps a gentle yoga, like restorative or yin, or hatha yoga, just like beginner's yoga. I'm going to leave a coupon code for a free yoga class with me. You're more than welcome to try it. I would love to have you with me. I feel like this card is encouraging you to not be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. So pile 2, this does conclude your reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Please leave a comment below letting me know which card was your favorite, if you felt like anything was really speaking directly to you. And I would love to see you in my yoga class. Thank you for watching. Bye. Hello, pile 3. If you have selected pile 3, this reading is for you. Okay, so the first card is, what new feelings are coming up for me right now? Here we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. So I feel like this card may be indicating that you have feelings of restlessness, perhaps even anxiety. You might be feeling like if you stop doing something right now, something really bad is going to happen. Oh my gosh, I can't stop. I can't rest. But this card would be an invitation to take a rest, to take a time out. If you're working, to take your breaks, to take your lunch break and not work while you're on it. To definitely meditate, do some form of self-care, whether that's Tai Chi, whether that's yoga, to taking things slow. And like with the yoga, this would not be something vigorous. This would not be something fast-paced, like a fast-paced vinyasa or ashtanga. This would probably be something to slow you down, like a yin or a restorative yoga. Where do I need to empower myself to be more vulnerable in my relationships? Here we have Justice. So I feel like this card is all about finding balance. To empower myself to be more vulnerable with my relationships. Ooh, this is like, looking at things and figuring out what's fair, defending it. I'm really drawn to this knight over here, like he's valor, like it's like a little story, a little play happening above her. And I don't know if she's thinking it or if it's just like a painting on the wall, but it's like, yeah, this knight is going out and defending the noble, the truth, things that are just. And he's on the white horse. The white horse is so powerful, and it's like a sign of like the good knight. I feel like this would be seeing things clearly. Like I'm really drawn to the suns on her dress, and you know, it looks like the sun is shining. So like really seeing things clearly before making a decision. You don't want to just like jump into a decision. Yeah, allowing yourself to even change like old thoughts and belief patterns if after weighing the scales, you know that that's not something that is really sitting right with your heart. Challenging yourself to be vulnerable and like being able to change your mind, being able to change what you believe in. That's a lot easier said than done. Card 3, how might I benefit from setting boundaries? The Tower in reverse. Oh, I love it. Disaster averted. Yeah, there's going to be less of those oh shit moments. This is like not feeling like somebody's pulling the rug out from under you. I don't know how many of you have actually had that happen. I never have, but what I have had happen was like, you know, when like you go to sit down in a chair and somebody pulls the chair out from under you and like you just fall. That's like that. That's happened to me. I grew up in a house with 2 brothers, and yeah, that's definitely happened to me. So yeah, nobody's gonna be pulling the chair out from under you unexpectedly. Card 4, how can I level up my self-care practice? The King of Batons. Oh my gosh, I love it. Look at his tunic. So these are like little sun rays, and that's a bird. Okay, and then like over here, there's like little bird feathers too. Okay. So the sun, I feel like that's like a symbol of like it's a nod to Leo, you know, and Leos are all about like passion and being in the light, being beautiful, and not afraid to show that off. The feathers, you know, like what do they do when they're looking for a mate? You know, they're like doing this show and this song and this dance, and they're really like putting themselves out there. So I'm thinking of that Justin Timberlake song, like bringing sexy back. Like, how are you going to bring sexy back? And that could be like whatever it means to you. But for a lot of you, that may be going to the gym, you know, working on your fitness. Again, I don't know what your physical activity level is, but for some of you, that may be things like vinyasa, hot yoga, maybe going into the sauna. This could be like expressing yourself. What do you want in the bedroom? You know, communicating that so that way you can actually like fan these fiery flames. Maybe it's doing something that just makes you feel good. That makes you feel good about the way that you look. That could be like something like getting your hair and your nails done, or maybe it's getting a massage. I definitely feel like it's something that gets the blood flowing. So that could be like some sort of martial arts. That could be, again, like physical activity. But I feel like it's more, I'm like really thinking about that saying, where blood flows, chi goes, or chi goes where blood flows, something like that. You get the point. But I'm really drawn to that. Okay. What do I need to know? Oh, that could even be like cupping or acupuncture too, releasing blockages. What do I need to know about creating sacred space in my home? Queen of Batons. Okay, she's got those same birds on her dress. Yeah, she's got the bird. Let me see. Let me stand up so you can see it. Let me just get it to focus. Come on, camera. Cooperate. Okay, so we got like the bird here, and then that kind of looks like a bird body, and then that's like, it could be wings, but it also looks like the sun, and then more bird feathers there. So same thing. The bird and the sun means the same thing. Yeah. sacred space in my home. I still got that like same like bringing sexy back vibes. The Queen of Batons, I'm thinking like that could spark, like it could spark the romance, you know, like if it's kind of like setting the stage for that. Yeah, like creating a sacred space, like for sacred romance, sacred passions, but sacred sex. But even for entertaining, like if you set a sacred space in your home, right, the energy is going to be really good in there. The energy is going to be almost like a magnet. It's going to be like want to pull people in. They're going to want to be around you because they feel so good being around your sacred space. So that could be like for entertaining, you know, it's contagious. This like good energy. It's like an animal magnetism. And then this could even be a way for you to like draw in the people that you want around yourself, people that you can learn from, people that you can grow from. Yeah, who do you want in your circle? Embody that Queen of Batons. She's like the ultimate hostess. She's like the hostess with the mostest, you know, and yeah, like, and then what do you know, like about every good hostess? Well, at least the ones that I know, you know, like their space, it's like the perfect place for entertaining. And they have like the perfect, like, attitude and aura about them. And it just like kind of all flows together. And I definitely think they're connected. Card 6, what new approach can I take to support my emotional well-being? Temperance. Okay, so this card is all about finding a balance. That could be health, okay? Again, like gym, fitness, healthy living. It could also be like finding a balance with the types of food you eat, the kind of drinks you drink. Are you getting enough rest? You know, like, are you really, like, how far are you willing to take the balance theme? I feel like not only is this like bringing sexy back, like working on the outside, I feel like with temperance over here, it's also working on the inside. It can't just be like all superficial, you know, oh, look at me, look what I have, or, you know, there's got to be a balance. This next card, this is general advice that the tarot wants you to know. So this is something that the tarot really thinks is pertinent to you right now. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, who can you learn from? I feel like this is nodding back to this the Queen of Batons here with this Page of Pentacles. Who can you learn from? Who do you want in your inner circle? Okay, if you have health, financial matters, is this business? The Pentacles deal with real world issues. So yeah, like what are you worrying about? Instead of worrying about things, find a mentor. Find somebody who can help you. Don't just sit there and worry about things or stress out about things. You need to figure out a solution. Who can you learn from? Who can you invite into your life? Maybe invite him over to your sacred space. Invite him. You need to figure out a way to get your mentor into your life. So pile 3, that concludes your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know which card was your favorite. Thank you for watching. Bye.